Hello, Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Eden Zero, Chapter 87. When we last left our heroes, Maria, Diego, and Seth came for their scheduled invasion of Eden Zero, but they quickly lost to Witch, and thanks to Rebecca spilling all their secrets, they were promptly defeated, and they didn't have a chance to use their tricks. And then the Eden Zero team used a new strategy of just ramming the Belial Gore, and then, Draken revealed that this is the 30th time Rebecca has time warped. So we'll work out the logistics of that later, I'm presuming. So let's jump right on into Chapter 87, 4-on-4. We have here is a character file for Shiki, which seems to be a soon-to-be recurring thing. I think early Fairy Tail did this too with some of the minor characters. But here we have Shiki. His powers: Ether Gear, Stating Gravity, likes his friends, dislikes bugs. Attack 4 stars, Defense 3 stars, Marksmanship 2 stars, Ether Power 4 stars, Intelligence 2 stars, and Love for Friends 5 stars. I do like that Shiki isn't a complete idiot. He doesn't have 1 star for intelligence. He still has, 2. It's not great, but it's better than nothing. Anyway, memo, this is my master. This is all narrated by Pino. He uses a gravity ether gear. He cares very much for his friends, and his goal is to make lots of them. He appears to have an intense hatred for bugs. I wonder if something happened with them in the past. That could be something. I don't know if there's any evidence for that, but that could be something. He inherited the warship Eden Zero from the Demon King Ziggy and has set out on a quest to find Mother. Now we open where we left off with the Eden Zero heading towards Draken's home base. And Hermit asks, want to just keep going and ram the building? And Rebecca stops her. No, we have to find Lobelia first. Then we'll find an open space where we can land. We'll guard the ship. This is a sister kind of cocky. You guys find this Lobelia and bring her back here. And Pino looks up, calculating Draken Joe's battle prowess based on internet sources. Miss Rebecca was right. Even you are not powerful enough to beat him this time, Master. And Shiki, that gives Shiki a little bit of pause, but Wise just, waves that away. So we just have to not fight Draken. Happy asks, which means our goal was just to rescue Lobelia? Really? Her? I know, Happy, but I can't just leave her there and let terrible things happen to her. I can never forgive myself. I know. You're a nice person, Rebecca. I love them. So I love Happy and Rebecca so much. And Draken just kind of smiles. I'm still not quite on board with this, but this guy's super rich. How about we take some war trophies? Plunder! Moscow, the ex-mercenary, you'll recall, gives that the thumbs up. But Homura thinks to herself, however, if Draken's aim is to take Rebecca, then is it truly wise to storm his strongholds? It'll be okay. If it really comes down to it, I have information from last time. If he learns my powers have awakened, we might be able to make a deal. And we hear a rumbling as the Eden Zero lands. And outside is what looks like the Element 4. And Pino is shocked to see them there. There are people in front of the building, Shiki says. And yeah, it's very clearly the Element 4. We see Sylph, we see Daichi, we see Laguna, Anfi, or Phi, whatever the fuck his name is. The Element 4. And Witch looks out at them. 4 enemies, you say? And Sister and Hermit just walk out the room. And Sister asks, then would you mind letting us take care of them? It's all yours. Meanwhile, we'll get inside the building. Yeah. And the 3 of them, at least Shiki, Wise, and Rebecca, probably Homura too, maybe? Though the chapter title being 4-on-4 makes me think that Homura is going to be down fighting the Element 4. Because she is a member of the Starshines. So the 3 of them were in the, what's it called, the Aquafish, or whatever it was? The little, extra ship to get closer to Draken. And Fee watches the ship blast off. Which I look at him fly. But with my rifle, and he, takes aim at the ship. Their puny little ship is. And Hermit, dashes up to him and, grabs the rifle. And Fee is, shocked, of course. When did they? Whoa! Executing autonomic breakdown program, and she uses what I'm guessing is ether gear, but we don't see any ether lines on her. And the rifle just falls apart. Whoa, who the hell are you, you little brat? And Daichi runs after her. Yum, just my type. Fucking Daichi. But he just gets blown away by Sister. Bwah! Yo, eyes over here, pig. You get to play with me. And Laguna turns to Sylph. Sylph, go after the ship. Understood. And she gets ready to use her wind magic, which she's surrounded by Homura's ether swords. Yep. Time for their rematch. Though I guess it's kind of their first time fighting because of time travel, but whatever. You'll be fighting me. And Sylph looks down at her. Which just leaves Witch to handle Laguna. Can Witch cry? Can Laguna fight someone if they can't cry? Battle dress, requip. And all three of them, all three of the robots all start to, like, change their outfits. And Homura gets out the phone. Oh, I must also, of course, I can use the app Wise gave me. And she also starts to change. Though she's more embarrassed by it because of, I guess, just how these things work. Anyway, the Element 4, was it? This is a witch. We are the Demon King's 4 shining stars, and we will be your opponents. And the 4 of them all square off against the Element 4 in their new outfits. I mean, Witch is just in her Steel Sorceress outfit. Sister's in some, like, angel thing I don't think we've ever seen before. Hermit's just in a new outfit. I don't know anything about it. And I don't know if we've seen Homura's new outfit. I'm trying to remember what her It definitely wasn't the same body she used when they used the disguise app earlier in the arc in the Timeline 29. Because her hair is still the same. She still, like, looks like Homura. But that might be the same outfit. I'm not sure. I don't remember the outfit enough. I don't know. I'm kind of hyper-focusing on what is not important to the chapter. Sorry. And Laguna asks, so it's going to be 4-on-4, eh? And Fee just kind of smirks. You think you can make fools out of us? And Daichi, who I think might be an incel, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, not actually just kind of making a joke. Don't freak out on the internet, incels. Actually, get off my video, incels. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so many beautiful women. I can't. And Sylph is, like, still, you know, visibly nonplussed. We see the little smiley thing on her hairpiece. 3 of the 4 of them are androids. Meanwhile, the bonus ship, its name I think is Aquafish or something like that, is, like, racing up the side of the building as the building's, like, turrets come out and start shooting at them. They're firing at us! 50 years in the future and the buildings have weapons? I guess that wasn't a thing 50 years ago. And Rebecca just grits her teeth. I'll handle this. And she's, like, you know, spinning and twirling all around, all dodging the bullets. I think she's also let out a few missiles of her own, I think. Yeah, I think she has. Maybe? Because some of them look like energy blasts, and a few of them look like physical canisters, and I think the physical canisters... No, we see like the trail of the physical canisters is going from above the ship, so I'm not sure... I guess Draken just has 2 different kinds of ammunition. And Rebecca, like, there are a few hits, you know, a few of the bullets hit. There's too much gunfire! Grr. And the assistant turns back we check back in with Draken, and he turns back to Draken. Boss, what if number 30 is on that ship? Doesn't matter. If a little thing like this would kill the cat, then I don't need its powers. Something just occurred to me. So, you know the thing about cats having 9 lives? I mean, I get that 30 is a lot more than 9, but technically, the Cat Leaper has given Rebecca multiple lives. Maybe that's part of the inspiration for its name, possibly. I don't know, just kind of spitballing here. Anyway, back to the actual plot. The ship continues dodging all the bullets. Uh-oh, there's even more fire. I'm barely managing. And Shiki, like, opens the door as he, looks outside. And he, climbs onto the side of the ship. Shiki, what are you doing? Master, you idiot, don't go out there. And then he just kind of screams. Rah! And he activates his ether gear as a large gravity field, circles the ship. And Draken looks at it. That's Magimech attack! Anti-gravity! And all of the bullets that are coming towards the ship are now bouncing away from it, thanks to the anti-gravity field. Which is probably going to do a lot of damage to the city, especially with those physical missiles. And Shiki just kind of... not Shiki, Draken just kind of pauses. Yeah, that's my master! And Shiki yells out, keep going! You got it! And they, blast again, another, a burst of speed. And they crash, like, seemingly onto the roof of the building. I'm just gonna land on the roof. We're going in. Moskoi! And Moskoi's also with them, apparently. But Shiki. Why do you keep saying Draken for Shiki and Shiki for, I don't know. Shiki's still on the roof of the ship, and he looks out. Somebody's out there. What are you doing here? Rebecca asks, shocked. And someone steps out. Master Noah? I've been expecting you, Rebecca. And that's where the chapter ends. So I guess we're gonna get some answers on Noah soon, maybe. Okay, so, this felt very much like a, trying to find the right word for it. Not quite like interstitial, but it's a setup chapter. It kind of sets up the opening salvo of the Starshines versus the Element 4, excuse me. And then we see the rest of the team make it onto the roof of Draken's headquarters, and then Noah steps out. So it's very kind of set-up-y. But we do get some cool moments, like Shiki using the anti-gravity move. For the most part, it's just kind of, you know, we need to get to the next chapter. We need to get to the next big plot point. We need to see the Element 4 fight, and then the Shiki-Rebecca team needs to make it to Draken so they can find Noah and find out exactly what the deal is with Noah here. Because, honestly, Noah's very much an enigma. The show has really kind of gone on about how guilds aren't the same here as they are in Fairy Tail, and how, like, that kind of guild bond isn't a thing. But also, that doesn't quite... Like, there still is the sense that the guild has some kind of, not quite camaraderie, but at least, like, allyship. And Noah very much seems to kind of move against that. So Noah's a character that's still very much, like, what the fuck is his deal? So I'm really curious to see what's gonna come with Noah. But yeah, then we have the battle dresses, to fight the Starshines. That's gonna be cool to see. There's a part of me that's like, oh, what if it's just kind of handled off screen because the real focus is with Draken and Noah and all that. I hope not, just because especially Hermit, Witch, and Sister don't always get a lot to do because they're kind of stuck with the shit most of the time. So I really do hope they get one hell of an action showcase. Even if it's not next week, just because it looks like we'll probably be focusing on Noah next week. Before the arc, I want to see this fight in detail. Even though I doubt it's going to be like a one-on-one, like each of them on a one-on-one, I kind of want to see their, like, a team-up there. Like, having, like, what's what I'm looking for? Like, getting to see each side, you know, help each other out and boost each other's strengths and all that. And not just be one-on-one. So yeah. The arc is moving into its next stage, with the Element 4 to be handled soon, I guess. And now we're going to finally be getting answers about Noah, maybe? So, yeah, that's kind of all I have to say for this week's chapter. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like, or subscribe, or, you know, do whatever makes you happy, you know? And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!